Hey guys, Chris here. I just got done driving the 2017 Toyota 86, did a POV night drive for the Winding Road channel, and I thought I'd hop right back into my BRZ just to compare back to back what both cars feel like. I feel like I've done a lot of modifications to this car that would make it feel similarly to the new 86, power-wise, and also maybe suspension-wise, with the Koni shocks just being a little bit softer, damped than the OEM BRZ shocks, much like the new 86. So let's go for a drive. It's a pretty cold morning. It's 20 degrees out here today, so we'll be getting a little bit extra power. First thing I notice, no reverse camera. I may have to get one installed in this car because that is nice. I do have an end link that needs to be replaced. So yeah, 37,000 miles on this car. I've owned it since October of 2014. It's been fantastic, super reliable, no issues. You can check out the modification list in the description. And yeah, let's see. I'm curious to kind of get back-to-back feedback because I'm used to driving my car, but I spent so much time in the new 86 the last couple days that it'll be interesting to compare. So right off the bat, my shifter feels just a little bit notchier, a little bit tighter. Of course, the new 86, I mean, that's a brand new car. But overall, the car just feels a little bit more refined. A lot of the inputs are smoothed out. The engine seems to be smoothed out a little bit. Of course, mine has the Corsa exhaust on it. Ride quality seems to be about the same. It's almost identical. I'm curious to see what handling will feel like. The new 86 has virtually no understeer. I mean, it's so perfectly balanced. Power feels pretty similar with the tune and these lightweight BBS forged wheels. Gear spacing is a bit taller, I think. In the 86, your gear spacing is just a little bit more ideally suited to the power band of the engine, and it's just a little bit more enjoyable to row through the gears because of that. This car actually might feel a little bit better. It's hard to tell because the new car, you know, it's not very loud. It doesn't sound like this, and sometimes it's tough to tell when a car is quick if it doesn't make the right noises. Definitely a taller second gear. My cornering speeds are a little bit higher in my BRZ due to the higher performance tires. Power feels quite similar, honestly. This actually might be a little bit quicker. Yeah, with the tune and those lightweight wheels, this car feels really good. In the 86 at 70 miles an hour, I was sitting right at 3,200 RPM. Here we're at 3,000 RPM even. So just a little bit lower gearing in this car on the highway. Yeah, we're right at 3,000 RPM. Let's feel the brakes here with these new Cosworth pads. You know, the Cosworth pads on this car feel similar to the stock brakes on the new 8.6, maybe with a little bit less initial bite on the new 8.6. But they've done some braking improvements on the new car. I've been impressed with it. So this car with some more miles on it, it's a little bit more raw, a little bit more engaging to drive. I think between the tune and those really lightweight wheels, it's faster, which makes me feel good. I was worried there for a little bit because the new 8.6 feels really quick, especially with that lower final drive, that 4.3 differential in the rear. I'd actually really love to get one of those for this car. I think it would make a huge difference. One thing I'm curious about are the handling differences. I know that when I installed the new Koni shocks on this car, that I noticed a huge difference in just overall levels of grip and handling. The car seemed to understeer less. It was just a lot more adjustable throughout the corner, and that was my goal. My goal was to mimic what Toyota did with the new 8.6 in this BRZ, because I've always thought these cars, the BRZ and the FRS from the factory, have been way too overdamped and just a little bit too stiff for their own good. I think they actually have sacrificed grip in terms of stiffness for some reason, and now finally the new Toyota 86 has gotten it right, and I wanted to correct that through the aftermarket. Ride is almost identical. I can't really tell a difference between the Koni shocks on this car and the stock shocks in the Toyota 86, and that says a lot because these Konis it's a quality setup. Yeah, you know, handling is pretty similar too. I think this BRZ might have a little bit more understeer. The new 86 it just darts in with zero drama. There's no tire squeal. There's no understeer. It just turns. It's brilliant. It's so well set up. Of course, this car is a little bit louder with that exhaust. Yeah, once you get them warmed up, the Cosworth brakes are definitely a better pad. They bite harder. They have better initial bite. Pedal feels a little bit better. But you know, this car has held up really well. It's amazing driving something that's got some miles on it and then getting into a brand new car with 3,000 miles on it. And still being happy with your own vehicle. I have to say, these two cars do feel very similar now, which is great because that was my original goal. Of course, a little bit more grip from these. These are Continental DW06 all-season tires on 16-inch wheels. They don't quite allow the same drift action as the Michelin's on the Toyota 86. I have to say, I do prefer the stock tires on the BRZ. I think they just allow for a more fun and enjoyable driving experience. They let the car move around a little bit, which is a good thing. I have 4 sets of wheels and tires for this BRZ, and each one provides a different driving experience. And in my opinion, on the road and on track, the stock wheels and tires are the most fun, which is kind of counterintuitive. You'd think it would be the other way around, but all right, let's just hop in here and see how this car does as far as like understeer goes, and just do a little bit of quick limit handling. In a safe environment. So definitely a little bit more understeer in this car naturally, but that can be corrected with the right foot, which is good to see. You know, I think the Koni shocks did a really good thing for this car. It feels very similar. Yeah, the car feels good. Oh, it feels so good. Alright, that's enough of that. You get the idea. Shh, don't tell anyone. But comparing that to the 8.6 on the skid pad yesterday, it's close. It's very close. That makes me so happy. So, basically, if you want to turn your old FRS or BRZ into a new 8.6, but save 10 grand, buy all the things in the description of this video. Yes, that's the conclusion. Wow. I still might want a 4.3 limited slip differential, just because I feel like it would add even more power to this car. Let's, you know what, let's feel torque dip real quick, because in the new 8.6 I didn't really notice a whole lot of torque dip. So, third gear, 1500 RPM, flat to the floor. My butt dyno isn't really telling me much difference. It really isn't. With this stage 1 tune, it feels about the same. Yeah. Alright, well, there you go, guys. That is how my BRZ feels compared to the new Toyota 86, driven literally back to back. I think that's pretty cool. I'm very happy with my car now. This is good. I knew I had made some improvements with the new Coney shocks and the tune and stuff, but I didn't think it all kind of added up to what it did. And after driving the new 8.6, I just am so impressed with that car. I absolutely love it. It's incredible to drive. It is so good. It's one of the best handling sports cars I've ever driven. If you haven't seen it, check out my last video on that. I'll put that link at the end of this video in a little box thing to click on. So yeah, actually, let's roll that right now. Right there it is. Click on it. Just click right there. Okay, all right, up. All right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the description. I'll be glad to answer. You can also follow me on Instagram at TheTopher2. See you guys.